Facts that you missed about The Good Doctor. Already waiting for The Good Doctor Season 3? Well, it's coming in September. And while we wait, we have time to figure out lots of hidden details about the show. Like the fact that there are several people on the set who are actually on the autism spectrum, and that Freddie Highmore almost rejected his leading role. Which of the cast members are married in real life? Hi, I'm Dylan, and you're watching OSSA Radar. House MD and Good Doctor similarities. If you had to think of a show that's about a genius doctor with whom nobody really wants to work, but who's actually the foremost expert in their job, who's the first person that comes to mind? That's right, Mr. Gregory House.
I'm Dr. Gregory House. You can call me Greg. I'm one of 3 doctors staffing this clinic this morning.
If you guys remember House MD series, then you might find some pretty interesting similarities between the two shows. Of course, they are both created by Canadian television writer and producer David Shore. The leading actors Hugh Laurie and Freddie Highmore are both British guys who pretend to have American accents. Don't forget the themes of these shows. Both of them are about the doctor's daily grinds and are pretty informative when it comes to medicine as well. And the funniest little detail is that the opening intros for both shows are very alike. Both of them include a human brain with the show's name on it. Come on, David Shore, just try to be a little more original.
But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm sure you'll agree that the shows have a lot in common. However, even when taking these things into account, it's clear that The Good Doctor still has its own great audience and true fans. And people somehow really want to know what happens with the next kind and talented Dr. Shaun. Well, looks like David Shore is the real genius here, isn't he? Freddie Highmore's massive input on the show. It may sound odd now, but Freddie Highmore initially rejected the starring role in The Good Doctor. Yes, and the reason why he did that was due to the years of hard work on another show called Bates Motel. When you've just finished a show that had been on for 5 seasons, you're aware of the necessary commitment that's behind it, explained Freddie. But luckily, David Shore managed to convince him to be in the show. Right after he finished his 5-year stint on Bates Motel, he only took 3 days off to rest, and then immediately started working on The Good Doctor. Seems like Freddie's definitely not too worried about getting some rest. And now, Highmore seems to be extremely excited about the idea of The Good Doctor. It shows in the fact that as soon as he was on board, he contributed to the show as a producer from the very beginning. And beyond that, Highmore even wrote the screenplay for the first episode of Season 2. And sat in the director's chair for another episode. What a monster! Freddie Highmore already has experience working behind the camera for Bates Motel. He wrote an episode for the show and even directed another one for his directorial tribute. Actors on autism spectrum on the set. Freddie Highmore doesn't have savant syndrome, and nor is he on the autism spectrum in real life. But he did a lot of research to ensure that the character he's playing is convincing. Highmore said that there was a full-time consultant on the set who directed him on approaching the autistic character and helped him learn the best way to portray this role. Autism is not that easy to portray because every person on the spectrum is different. But we can say for sure that Freddie Highmore did a terrific job, and the proof is in his Golden Globe nomination. And what's more important is that those on the spectrum have also suggested Highmore did it right. Here's what a blogger named Carrie McGraw, who was known to be on the spectrum, said. Freddie does well in his debut, showing several characteristics that can accompany an autism diagnosis. These characteristics include such things as social awkwardness, lack of eye contact, playing with his hands during stressful situations, etc. Despite the fact that the show speaks about an important social occurrence, there are people who were deeply upset that the show's main character isn't played by an autistic actor. And David Shore understood that better than anyone. We're a show that has the message first and foremost that people with autism are capable of great things and should be given a chance, Shore said. We didn't have anybody with autism in our cast, so any chance we have to cast somebody with autism, I think it's incumbent upon us to do everything we possibly can to do so, both in front of and behind the camera throughout to deliver the message we are preaching. And that's how an actor with autism was brought on the set. His name is Kobe Bird. Bird was diagnosed with autism when he was 5 years old, and he always dreamed about becoming an actor. He trained with the Los Angeles theater company's The Miracle Project. That is an award-winning theater program for autistic children and teens. And the episode he appeared in was titled 22 Steps, where he portrayed a patient with autism who helped Dr. Shaun reflect on his own diagnosis. Kobe Bird is known to be the first actor on the autism spectrum on The Good Doctor, and he isn't the only actor on the set with autism. Later on, in the second season, there was an episode where Dr. Murphy treats Lena, a patient with autism. Remember Lena's boyfriend? That's right, he was portrayed by Alex Plank, who has autism in real life and is known to be an advocate and activist for autism. Alex Plank even founded an online community called Wrong Planet, which is for people with spectrum disorders. Despite The Good Doctor, the actor also appeared in a TV series called The Bridge, where he made his acting debut and served as a consultant. Dr. Neil Melendez's tattoo. One of the most popular questions that Nicholas Gonzalez, the actor portraying Dr. Neil Melendez, gets is about his elk tattoo. What's it about, and is it fake or real? For some reason, this seems to be a small detail that concerns the audience a lot. And Gonzalez kind of enjoys teasing fans by saying that the tattoo indeed has a backstory, and it was even written into a draft of the script. But the actor decided to put it on ice because he felt that there was a lot more depth to the story and he didn't just want to quickly give the answer away just because people were curious. Maybe that's some kind of a sly answer to cover up for the fact that there is actually no legend behind the elk tattoo? Who knows? All we can do for now is wait. And yes, if you were curious about whether the tattoo is fake or not, it is. The elk tattoo is fake. It was applied to the actor's body before filming. Lee's character was only meant to appear in 2 episodes. It may sound weird, but Paige Spera, who plays Lee, was originally hired to only appear in 2 episodes of The Good Doctor. Her character was initially intended to be episodic, merely appearing as Shaun's neighbor that needed batteries for her gaming controller. However, things went a little further than that. Lee and Shaun's relationship has developed in such an interesting way that the showrunners decided to build up her character even more during season 2 and see how things would work. And what do you guys think of Lee's character? Was it the right decision to develop her character that much? Let us know in the comments below. Another fun fact about the cast is related to hospital president Dr. Glassman and his beloved Debbie Wexler. Debbie's a barista at the hospital who has a sweet romance with Dr. Glassman. But that was before they broke up, and after that, Dr. Glassman proposed to her, but she turned him down. Well, kinda, because later she accepted his proposal. This may seem overly dramatic for those who aren't into the show, but what's interesting is that the actors who portray these characters, Richard Schiff and Sheila Kelly, have actually been married since 1996. Ta-da! Well, now that all makes sense. If you guys want to know more about the real-life partners of the cast of The Good Doctor, check out our other video on OSSA channel. The link's on the top right of your screen. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel to find out more hidden details about your favorite movies. And stay awesome!